Hazrat Uthman ibn Affan, may Allah be pleased with him, was born into the powerful and wealthy Umayyad clan of the Quraysh tribe in Makkah, about 6 years after the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. From a young age, he was known for his noble character, honesty, modesty, and refined manners. Though he lived in the heart of pre-Islamic Arabia, surrounded by idol worship and immoral practices, he never once bowed to an idol or consumed alcohol. His purity set him apart even before the coming of Islam. As a businessman, Hazrat Uthman had immense success. He traveled across Arabia, Syria, and beyond, trading in goods and earning great wealth. But unlike many who are consumed by riches, Hazrat Uthman remained humble and generous. His wealth never became his master. When he heard about the message of Islam through Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq, may Allah be pleased with him, he immediately recognized its truth. He embraced Islam without hesitation, becoming one of the earliest Muslims. His conversion caused a stir among the Quraysh elite. He was tortured and ridiculed, but his resolve never broke. His love for the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was deep. This love became even stronger when the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, gave him his daughter Ruqayya, may Allah be pleased with her, in marriage. They were a loving couple, and Hazrat Uthman's loyalty to her was unparalleled. When the persecution of Muslims in Makkah intensified, Uthman and Ruqayya migrated to Abyssinia, becoming part of the first Muslim community to seek asylum. Later, they returned and migrated again, this time to Medina, where they built their life anew. When Ruqayya fell seriously ill during the Battle of Badr, Hazrat Uthman stayed behind to care for her. She eventually passed away, and he was heartbroken. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, touched by his loyalty and love, later gave his second daughter, Kulthum, in marriage to Hazrat Uthman. For this reason, no other man has ever been honored by marrying two daughters of a prophet, earning him the title Dhul Nurayn, the possessor of two lights. In Medina, Hazrat Uthman's wealth grew exponentially, his business flourished, and Allah continued to bless his trade. But what made him extraordinary was the way he spent his wealth, generously, silently, and sincerely for the cause of Islam. When Muslims suffered from lack of water, a Jew owned the only accessible well called Bir Ruma and charged high prices. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, encouraged someone to purchase it for the Muslims, promising paradise in return. Without delay, Hazrat Uthman went to the owner, negotiated a fair price, and bought the well. Not only did he buy it, but he made it waqf, a public charity, free for all Muslims to use. This act alone brought ease to thousands of Muslims daily. His generosity didn't stop there. Years later, when the Muslims were preparing for the expedition to Tabuk, they faced a serious shortage of resources. It was one of the hardest campaigns, with little water, food, or animals. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, urged the companions to contribute. Hazrat Uthman rose and promised to equip 1/3 of the army. Then he returned with 300 fully equipped camels, 1,000 dinars in gold, and endless supplies. He kept giving and giving, so much so that the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, moved by this selfless act, said, "Nothing will harm Uthman after today, no matter what he does." That was a clear testimony of his place in Jannah. His humility was unmatched. Despite his wealth, he dressed simply, lived humbly, and often fasted. He was known to sleep little at night, spending hours in prayer and Qur'an recitation. He was so modest that even the angels were shy before him. One day, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was sitting with his legs relaxed when Hazrat Abu Bakr and Hazrat Umar entered, and he remained in the same position. But when Hazrat Uthman entered, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, adjusted his clothes and sat properly. When asked why, he said, "Should I not be shy of the one before whom even the angels are shy?" After the passing of Hazrat Umar ibn Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, Hazrat Uthman was chosen as the third Caliph of Islam. His leadership lasted for 12 years, the longest of the rightly guided caliphs. During his rule, Islam spread further across Persia, North Africa, and parts of Asia. He governed with justice and expanded the Islamic state. But his most important contribution as a caliph was the compilation of the Qur'an. With Islam spreading to non-Arab lands, dialectical differences in Quranic recitation were becoming widespread. Fearing future confusion, Hazrat Uthman gathered the companions and commissioned the standard mushaf, the copy of the Qur'an we use today. He made exact copies and sent them to every major Islamic region, preserving the Qur'an in its original form forever. As he grew older, internal unrest began to grow. A group of rebels, misled by rumors and manipulation, surrounded his house in Medina. Despite the support of many companions ready to fight for him, Hazrat Uthman forbade violence. He said, "I do not want to be the first ruler after the Messenger of Allah, whose reign ends in the shedding of Muslim blood." For 40 days, his house was besieged. Yet, he continued to fast, pray, and forgive. On the day of his martyrdom, he was fasting, and while reading the Qur'an, the rebels broke in. They struck him as he recited verses of peace and trust in Allah. His blood spilled onto the pages of the Qur'an. He died a martyr, clutching the book he loved, in the house where angels once descended. Hazrat Uthman ibn Affan, may Allah be pleased with him, left behind a legacy unmatched in generosity, patience, and humility. He was a man whose immense wealth never made him proud, but only more giving. A man who served Islam silently, constantly, and with a pure heart. He was not just a billionaire by wealth, but by faith, character, and sacrifice.